Okay. Hey, everybody. Ooh. Did you bonk your face? Oh, Bernoulli. Oh, Bernoulli. Hey, bud. Hello, everybody. We're just waiting for Chris. All right. Hello, everybody. We're just waiting for Chris to come to join to start Pet Chat. Oh, there she is on audio. Invite to co-host. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitter. Hello, Substack. Oh, Avery Moe has not been bedazzling things. Avery, you're slacking. Get on it. Hi, Chris. Are you just needing to restart your computer? We are just waiting for Chris to join. Thank you, Avery. Avery is a student I taught she's a student, Lindsay Thurber. She plays rugby. Very, very tough girl. And she does bedazzle some of the molecules that I make. So very cool. The methane I have, it's on my desk. A lot of the other students ask, what is that? Well, it's a bedazzled methane. All of the dogs are very tired, so I have the B Squad camera on my other phone. I just have to make sure. There we go. Get rid of that echo effect. I've got Bernoulli. I don't know who's in the hallway. Oh, Bricks was there. Where'd Bricks go, Bernoulli? Come here. Bernoulli, come here. Hi, bud. Hi, buddy. You can stay with me. We're just waiting for Chris. Chris, you're here. Technical difficulties? Whoa.
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, you sent the link very late, so unfortunately, the camera wasn't started on the computer. It just says there's no computer here. There's no camera here, and I'm like, there is a camera. Why can't you see it? But the link came too late, and I had to do a restart.
Uh-oh. Well, it's good that you're here right now.
Okay.
We should probably
it's not okay.
Why? What's going on?
Well, my Bluetooth isn't working.
To your headphones?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's connected. Now it's working. Hooray!
Hooray! Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Got this.
Hello, pet enthusiasts. Welcome to Pet Chat. It's our weekly live show. My name is Jason Zakowski. I'm the dog dad of Bunsen, Beaker, Bernoulli, and the cat dad to Bricks. My co-host with the mostest is...
Hi there, I'm Chris Zakowski. I am the dog mom to Bunsen, Beaker, and Bernoulli, and the cat mom to Bricks and Little Ginger.
Every week we run this little live chat, a little live show. We answer some questions, share some stories, and we multicast it across all of our social media platforms. So to the folks listening on Instagram, smaller crew today, looks like there's about 10 of you. Hello, Instagram crew. Between YouTube and Facebook, we've got about 75 people watching in. And then on Twitter, there's about another 20. So hello to everybody who's listening to us for the live chat. If you're watching our video and you're on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter video, you can actually put comments in. And just like Amy said, North Carolina fan checking in. And then Danielle Statza from Facebook said, love your nail color, Chris. We can throw your chats up on the Jumbotron. And then if you're on Instagram, it's a different program. I've got to hop back and forth. So you can, I'll still check your comments there. Chris is in charge of the audio only comments. So we always start with some questions. So if you have some questions for us about the dogs or the week or whatever, we usually start with a little bit of Q&A. And yeah, type up your questions. We'll get to them as best we can. And then
okay, yes, of course. Bianca says, good morning, everyone. Now Bianca is from the future. She definitely lives in Australia, and she posted in the chat here her dog Liffy. And Paula says hello, and Dawn says hello. And then also Belinda is from the future as well. And it's 8 degrees Celsius, and it only feels like 16 or that 60 degrees Fahrenheit inside the house because the space heater is on full blast. Well, it was beautiful here today, so that's lucky. And
it's raining right now. It's raining right now.
Okay, yes. But Susan said, happy Feast of St. Norbert Day.
Oh, boy. So just we got some comments coming in. A lot of people just saying hello. Holly on Facebook is watching from Victoria, British Columbia. She says Sasha and Toby are annoyed they haven't been fed yet. Oh boy. And then Paula, who's watching on YouTube, says we had a huge thunderstorm here, but I hope I won't lose internet. Yeah, we had a big thunderstorm roll through not too long ago either. Looks like it's kind of, I can see blue sky through the basement window. We do have a question. We do have a question on Instagram, Chris, from Kirsten Lee. Is Bricks getting used to his swinging bridge? So new development. Yes. So my big lazy boy chair that I sit in to do content and have a coffee in the morning is right under all of the stuff that I installed. And I watched Bricks yesterday and Thursday. He's now running across the bridge, which is really cute. It's really awesome. I love that he's doing that. And before he would just jump across it. He was kind of scared of the swinging bridge. And now he goes, it's super cute. Oh, who do you have, Chris? A Bunsen.
I have Bunsen and Beaker, actually.
You got to go over a little bit more for Instagram because it's on portrait. Oh. Yeah, there you go. There's Bunsen. You betcha, Danielle. I'll try my best to get video, but I'm underneath him when he does it, and it's kind of random. So when he goes up, I've got to get out of the underneath of him and then around to the side. So yeah, he is using the little swinging bridge, and he is having tons of fun on all of that cat stuff I installed, which is great. That's why it's there. I want him to have fun. Okay, so there's hopefully answered your question there, Kirsten. Any questions on Twitter, Chris?
No, not that I can see yet, but sometimes Twitter doesn't show me the questions because they're being held together by glue and popsicle sticks.
You need to set a camera and catch it. You know what? We could put a camera up there. Yeah. Let's see what it looks like from way up high. That would be fun. Yeah. That would be fun.
Set the Furbo up there.
What's that?
Put the Furbo up there.
Yeah, the Furbo could go up there, or the Insta360 that I don't even know if it works anymore. The Eye of Sauron, the one with AI that follows you around. That one's creepy.
Yeah,
it's not my favorite one.
Okay.
Bernoulli is exhausted, so he's not doing anything right now. Colleen asks, "Are you going to train the crew to unlock doors?" Well, fun fact, Bernoulli can already open doors. He's so smart. He can open our baby gates by brute forcing them. Like, I guess when you're designing a baby gate, you're not thinking the baby will be 105 pounds of solid muscle, and the baby won't stick his face into the baby gate and then use his nose like a lever and go, ugh, and then just open up the baby gate. I don't think the baby gate people were expecting that. But
nor were the gate people that all the gates at Waggles, because he opens them too.
yeah, you can open up the gates of Waggles. They're like,
He
now,
just-
now, Bernoulli, you stay in your area. He's like, okay. And then they leave and he's like, boom, and he just opens it and goes.
Yeah. He's using his skills.
Oh, here's a cute one. Gabby's watching on Facebook. She asks, is Bunsen the only dog that you call puppy? That's cute.
Yeah, it is. Bunsen is my puppy. He's here right now with me, and he's always been my puppy, and he'll always, until the end of time, be my puppy. Mm-hmm. And Beaker, I call her baby girl, and
I call her baby girl too. I call her baby
girl. Yeah. Doing good, baby girl. She's such a good girl. She's here too.
What do you call Bernoulli?
Bernoodles.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do call him Bernoodles. See, this is a fun fact about Chris's side of the family. They make up nonsensical nicknames for everybody's name. Nobody's called by their right name. And like if your name is like Bill, maybe a normal nickname might be Billy. But on Chris's side of the family, their name would be like Elzebub Baju Baja. That would be the name. Like that's what happens.
Wow.
So, okay. Yeah. What do I call Bernoulli? Buddy?
You call him Goober.
Oh, I do. I call him Goober all the time.
You call him Meathead.
I do call him a meathead. Yeah, I do call him.
And those are not necessarily terms of endearment.
They are. Okay, Kelly, who's watching on Twitter video, was wondering how Gord is doing.
Yeah, so Gord's doing really well. He went to a location here in town that's a dog park. It's called 3 Mile Bend, and he took Doc with him, his little miniature schnauzer, and he's building up his, I guess, stamina for going for longer walks or more exercise. So he walked about 700 meters, which is almost a kilometer.
Yeah. He's getting stronger.
Yeah. So that's super good.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, who are just listening, in December, he suffered a heart attack and stroke, and had minimal deficits. And then in January, he went for open heart surgery and recovered from that, but then has to definitely continue to build up his strength, and avoid any type of like UTI or any other kind of infections, because he's 74. So that'll just make him very tired and, impact his recovery.
Gabby said, now you'll have to call Bernoulli Smarty Pants. Colleen said, weren't you locked out once last week? Yeah, we were in Chris's school, and everything in schools are like, there's multiple layers of security. Every door you go through locks behind you. Usually when school's on, those doors aren't locked, but when school's not on, everything's locked. So I went to use the washroom, and then I got locked out of where Chris was, and the dogs could see me through all the glass doors, but they were not helpful at all. Bernoulli just saw me and he laid down. He's like, I found you. And then he just laid down. And Beaker
that's his signal for when he finds something is he marks it by laying down. So that's funny, because he looked at you and he just went down. It's super cute.
Holly, who's watching on Facebook, says, I had a greyhound who could open latches. True story. When she was being transported to Seattle for adoption, she stayed in the kennel. She managed to unlatch the door and lead a group of dogs outside to the play area. Jailbreak.
I love that story.
We have some more questions coming from Instagram. BS Sherm wants to know how early the dogs wake us up. I don't know. They're all pretty early risers, but I wake up early too. So most days I wake up without it. I'll wake up about between 6 and 6:30. I think that's just when I normally would wake up. My alarm always goes, unless it's a workout morning, at 6 a.m. Beaker is a sleeper though. She'll sleep and cuddle. Like if the burners weren't here, Beaker would sleep till like 11. She loves to sleep in. The burners are like, no, it's time to get up and eat. Wake up, everybody. And Bricks too. Bricks wants to wake up.
Sometimes, okay, Bunsen's up at 4:30 and crying.
He's just, maybe he's a little sore in the night, or he's older, so sometimes he has bad nights because of that. Graceful Girl asked, does Gord walk with Doc? I think he was taking Doc to 3 Mile Bend today, so we'll have to chat about that with him. Oh my goodness, Chris, somebody's watching the Galapagos.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Gabby says, your gang are beyond cute. Thank you. That's very cute. And thank you. We've answered this before, but Mom Judge might be just tuning in for the first time ever. So Mom Judge, who's watching on Instagram, asks, where do all the dogs sleep at night? That's a good question. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, now they all, Bunsen sleeps by the front door. Mm-hmm. Or if we're all in our room, he'll go by our door and lay down there. And Bernoulli wants to sleep in my spot. And it's really hard to move him. And so, why are you laughing, Jason?
Because he's so big. Bed. No, he is he's so big, and he just wants to sleep where you sleep. Yeah, it's hilarious.
For you. So I have to kind of move him, shove him, ask Jason to call him to make him move over a little bit. And then Beaker wants to sleep on the other side of me. So I am sandwiched between the burner and the golden retriever. And then Bricks comes in and he likes to sleep on Jason's side of the bed.
Yeah, he cuddles into me. It's pretty sweet. It's been since Callan that I've had a pet sleep with me, Chris. Callan was the golden that we had before Bunsen. And Bricks worms his way right in next to me and under the blankets. I'm terrified I'm going to crush him, actually. And then I have a question. It's
because you run hot, and you are a large mammal.
Yeah,
you have a lot of surface area for him to.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Well, you do. You have okay, you're welcome.
But I have a question. I asked Chris about this because I don't understand cats. Like, I didn't grow up with cats. The only cat I know is Ginger. But when Bricks falls asleep, and when he's sleeping next to me, especially when I wake up and I thought he was dead, like I thought I crushed him or something, and I picked him up and he was limp. Like, is that normal for cats to sleep that deeply? Like, he was so asleep. And then I put my head to his chest to see, and he was breathing, obviously. He's fine. But that's been like 3 or 4 nights in a row where he's been so asleep, where I've moved him and he's been just out of it, like comatose. And I don't know if that's normal for cats to sleep that deeply, or maybe it is. So maybe some people could help me out with that if they have a cat that sleeps really deeply like that. He's like, if you've seen Project Hail Mary, he's like an Iridian, where when the Iridians sleep, they're just totally frozen. So that's why they have to. Anyways, Cindy says they sleep that deeply if they trust their environment. Oh. Well, yeah, Bricks is pretty safe.
And he trusts that you're not going to roll on him.
He probably shouldn't. Because I do move around a bit when I sleep. Kirsten says, yes, that's normal. I used to shake my cat a little to make sure he was okay. Yeah, I was shaking him. He wasn't waking up. I wasn't shaking him. I was doing this thing. But he wasn't waking up. He wouldn't wake up. He was limp. But he was just comatose. Sydney says my 2-year-old cat does that too. Anyways, there. Okay, should we get to stories of the week, Chris? Looks like the questions sounds like drying up. So we do share
unlike the weather we've had.
Yeah. But I'll let you start. Just so everybody knows, what we usually do is we answer some questions We share a couple stories of the week. We go back to see if folks have some more questions. And then we'll wrap the show up. And just to end the last little thing before I throw to Chris, Gabby's mom says, I thought Gabby had died on me one time. She's a 10-pound Yorkie poo. I lifted and dropped her paw multiple times. Nothing, scared the crap out of me. So she's obviously just very, very sleepy. So yeah.
It's okay, Jason. You can share the first story of the week.
I can't think of one. That's why I was going to go to you.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's a good technique. Yeah. That is a good strategy. It is a strategy. We've had a very busy week. We're in June, and June means it's a very busy time for teachers to try and wrap up and finish off the school year strong. We had smoking hot weather. It was glorious, beautiful. Now, of course, the burners were too hot. Beaker enjoyed it, and Bricks loved it. And one of the stories that I didn't share was that when it was so hot, I had taken Bricks. Well, actually, Jason said, I want to read my book. So can you just take all the dogs and everybody outside?
I was on the last bit of Dungeon Crawler Carl, the new book, Parade of Horribles. It is a nail-biting book. Stressful read. A stressful read. Anyways.
Right. And then sometimes Bunsen is he goes through something called we call his witching hour, his toddler time. And so he cries a little bit, and he's done it ever since he was a little puppy. So he doesn't do it when he's outside because he loves being outside. So, but it was hot. So I had all the dogs, and then I had Bricks, and I put him in the catio. And Bricks, it was because it was normally he cries and wants to be with the dogs. It was so hot. He was like loving it. Now, the cats come from the Fertile Crescent and where it's hot, so they love heat. And Bricks was just like, oh, this is glorious. It was like warm blanket that Jason loves, but the sky and the earth was just enveloping him with that heat, and that was really amazing. And then we had a deluge, which not really, but kind of. It was raining for days. The farmers are calling it $1 million rain. So that's good because we definitely needed it for the crops, and everything is very green, which is also great. But that kind of dampened like going to the creek because it was, just a lot of water. But Bernoulli is loving it because it was kind of a bit stagnant down there, and now there's new fresh water and it's running again. The creek is running, and so he has a bigger swimming pool to swim in. When it's not even a swimming pool, it's like basically a slough. But yeah,
but it's clean. It's very clean because of all that rainwater. It's pretty clean down there. Yeah.
But with the water and the moisture, it means when Beaker digs, then she is definitely more muddy. Than she has been. So we've been taking, we haven't been taking Bricks as much because it is so wet. But now that it's not raining, we have been taking him, and he does not enjoy the shenanigans of the dogs. So one of our videos this week was Bricks saying nope and noping out of there and going back into the safety of his backpack.
Yeah. So
that's why
I did take them on a rain walk, though. I put them all in their rain gear. That's right. I think that was Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe Tuesday. Anyways, it rained pretty much every day this week. So after a couple days, I was like, no, we'll just suck it up. We go out when it's really cold. We can go out when it's pouring, and we were very lucky. Last year, we did some product promotion for a company named Canada Pooch. That's where Beaker's raincoat or Beaker's snow pants is from. And they were super, super generous and sent us, there's Beaker. They sent us like copious amounts of other things for us to try. So we have raincoats for all the dogs. Bunsen's is a poncho, and the Beaker and Bernoulli's are bright yellow. And when Bricks was a kitty, a little kitten, Chris found a little kitten raincoat, which I put on Bricks, and it was way too big for him, way too big. And it fits him just perfect now. So some of my favorite pictures I took was Bricks in his little raincoat in the backpack. And then because he's just little, and when little things wear a raincoat, maybe it's cuter. So yeah, then I don't think the dogs really needed a raincoat because they do fine in the rain, but it does especially limit how wet they get when they come back into the house, because Bernoulli won't swim in his raincoat. So you don't have them soaked. They came back and they were like, aside from their legs, they were super dry. Like their raincoats are awesome. The Bunsen's poncho keeps them pretty dry. The only one that doesn't. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I can attest to this because I did not go for the walk that day. I think that was a day that I had something to go on the go after school. And so what happened is I came home and I said, hello, dogs. And I rubbed their head and then their body. And I'm like, there's a disconnect here. Why is their head wet and their body is dry?
Yeah.
And so that really was amazing. And it attests to how phenomenal those rain jackets are for them.
Yeah. Yeah. We have other stuff that they made, these slush suits, and I don't know if we have slush. Like unfortunately, we don't live in a climate where the snow is slushy. It's like snow, and then there's snow, and then all of a sudden it's gone. So we haven't really had a good opportunity to get the dogs in their slush gear, but the rain stuff's awesome, super good. Somebody also saw Bricks in his raincoat is pure joy. Yeah. And I think the last quick story of the week is Bernoulli had his last level 3 class on Tuesday, and he did so good, like unbelievably good. Like we were so proud of him. There was it a 5-minute downstay? 5-minute downstay, and you have to leave the room so the dog can't have eyes on you. You have to go away and they can't break the downstay, and Bernoulli aced that. He had to do a sit stay. He aced that. He had to do a stand stay. All of this like backing up where you make the dog back up. So it's all of kind of like above novice type things, and Bernoulli did great. He doesn't have a class this Tuesday, but he's got a test next Tuesday. And I think we just got to brush up on a few things. I have to brush up on a thing called finish. That's where the dog comes behind you and then sits. And I'm not great at that. You're way better at that than me, Chris. And then I think walking backwards beside me. So like the dog is in heel beside you and you go back like this, and they scoot backwards. And Bernoulli's terrible at that. He's really good when I'm facing him and I go like this, then he'll back up. But that's another, I don't think that's on the test, but something he's got to get better at. Yeah. I'm out of stories though. We have one more crazy week and then we're free and clear. But the 3 weeks right before last day of teaching is a marathon for us high school teachers. Every day we're just go. Getting stuff for kids who miss things. My guess, Chris, you had a bunch of kids missing for track and tennis and other sports things. So you're doing tutorial for those kids who miss lessons, like good kids who are sporty and they missed a lesson and they really want to learn it. So, that's your lunch hour and after schools. Yeah, it's busy. But so
the last story that I'd like to share is today we went to we went to something called Wag and Walk, not Wag and Walk, but Wag and Walk. And it's put on through volunteers, basically, of owners of dogs that go to Waggles. And there's always someone who steps up to be the trail leader. And like today, it was at a park in town and we went through the trails and it was amazing and awesome. But what was phenomenal is like Bernoulli, normally he's so excited and he's a little hard to settle. He settled quite quickly and Beaker was smiling the entire time. She just loved it.
Yeah.
She was so happy. It was a perfect temperature and they really enjoyed hanging out together and hanging out with their friends. Bernoulli has a couple dog friends from Waggles that he's like, oh, I know you. Can I smell your butt? And it's kind of like what he was doing, which was so amazing. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. Look at her. She's so cute. And Bernoulli too.
So happy. She would smile and then she would do little hippity hops because she was so happy. She's very cute.
Mm-hmm.
That's the two of them.
And one thing I didn't get a picture of though was the amazing fountain. So on our way back, there was a fountain that had like a higher spout and a lower spout, but it also had a dog dish at the bottom, like built in. And so if you push the other two nozzles, then the dog bowl or the water bowl filled up at the bottom. So that was amazing for the dogs to be able to drink from it.
There's just some cute videos that Chris or I took.
It's me. I took all the video today, as per usual.
I have this terrible cough. Oh, look how happy she is. There you go.
Yeah.
She was just so happy. I love this ability of StreamYard to quickly share the screen like that. Like that's they're getting better, Chris. We're not affiliated with them, but if you're listening, StreamYard, you're getting better. if you're listening, all right. Hey, that's a good question. BS Sherman said, do you think the dogs would enjoy being reading companions for kids? Have they done that at school? So I don't think the dogs are at that level yet to be calm and listen to some to kids read. Beaker would be the best candidate because she's so friendly. Bernoulli can still be a little shy with people, though he's getting better. But Beaker would be the best candidate for that.
Now, for new listeners, they wouldn't be aware that I used to read to the dogs when we did the readathon when I was teaching from home.
Yeah.
I organized a readathon to raise money for Ukraine, and being a virtual school, it was kind of difficult. But every day I shared videos of me reading to the dogs, and I kept track of my minutes. And people supported me through the campaign, and then I shared that, of course, with our school division, who then forwarded money along, and everybody in our virtual school participated as well. So
yeah, we would love for them to do that, but we need to get, like, Beaker is so friendly, but I don't know if she would sit and listen. She'd want to go from kid to kid and say hello. She's kind of a social butterfly. So
yeah. So like even today, I was practicing some of her skills of sit and stay, and she does get ready beautifully. Like she gets ready and then she sits, and then she's like, are you going to pay me with a treat? And I'm going to watch your hand go into the bag. And if you're not quick, I'm going to pop up just to remind you that I need that treat. So she pops up. So that's a skill that is really hard to break for her. She's a bit impatient and impulsive for treats.
And those dogs that read, the dogs that listen to the kids read, they just have to like lay there and listen.
Downstay.
And Beaker's like, why would you do that when there's all these kids? I want to lick them and see them and say hello. So when we've done public events, Bunsen would be up on the stage and Beaker would work the crowd. That's what we said. So it was really cute. Remember when we were at the Science Center and Bunsen was up on the stage getting pet by people next to the robot dog, and Beaker was flitting about in the crowd with her lab coat on from kid to kid, and they'd be like, oh my God, there's one in the crowd. And Beaker's like, hello. And then she'd get petted and then go to another kid and then just go to another kid. That was so much fun. Owen, who said on Instagram, my mom was a teacher. So much respect for teachers. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, our stories of the week are done. If you have any other questions, go ahead and type them in. We did. Oh, this is a cute picture. Oh my goodness, you must have took this, Chris. Here, I'll share my screen while people are thinking about questions they might want to type. There, this is bricks in the backpack. That's that harness is one made by your student. You can't really, your student made it.
Yep. So at our school, we had an amazing thing called the street market, the street fair market. And our students, with their amazing gifts and talents, set up different booths. And so some booths had food, some booths had stickers. And she does, it's like Willow Arts, and she does all sorts of stuff with paracord. And I said, I would love to have a custom made harness and leash. And so the leash system actually has a clicker on both ends. So then it can click into the backpack and brick. So he's actually tethered to the backpack.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
And yeah, and then she's going to make a longer leash as well.
And
she's on Facebook.
There's Bernoulli Bricks with Bricks as his new harness. Oh, there's me in my weekend pants. Bricks hanging out the back of the backpack.
Yeah, I took that before I realized, ooh, those are pajama pants.
They're kind of pajama pants. I just threw them on for the walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I have not been paying attention if anybody had questions. I've been just doing this nonsense. I will check. Do great photos. Oh, thank you. Nope, no other questions. That's okay. Anything on Twitter, Chris? Also, if you're on Twitter or X Audio and you'd like to come up to speak, go ahead. We'll bring you up. Oh, somebody said we call those pants after fives. Yeah, I'm wearing them actually right now. But I have my hoodie top on, so I look somewhat professional. We'll give everybody a second if they've got questions.
Yeah, and Jason did invite people up who are attending our show on audio only X. And so if we know you and you'd love to come up to speak, that would be great. And then if we don't know you, then we kind of vet you, and maybe you'll be up to speak, maybe not. It's a bit of a Schrodinger speaking engagement. Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
Yeah. I got some information about those of you who supported us with the moose leg dog toy. Because we got another surprise product for the brick stuffy with that order, it's delayed about a week. So it will be shipping to us on June 28th ish. So it'll take about a week to get to us, and then we'll have them shipping at the start of July. So we were really hoping to ship them end of June, but they're just a little bit behind. So hopefully everybody can be real patient with that. And I'll find a way to mass send out an email or just kind of announce it on our social medias that's about when they're gonna ship out. So again, we were hoping we'd have them shipped out middle of June. That's what we were originally quoted, but it was kind of like a decision I made to have this other product be in the same thing. It does cut down the shipping to us when it's so far away. And that other thing's kind of a surprise. I think only the Paw Pack has seen it, or maybe not even. But anyways, it's a little special thing that's gonna go with the brick stuffy, and we will have the brick stuffy prototype this week. So we'll have some pictures on that, and then we will be running the pre-sale on that very excitingly in the next couple weeks. And if it looks as good as what the pictures are, I think everybody's going to be really, really thrilled with the brick stuffy. Ferns Funstar Blue, do you get bugs in the summer? If it's wet, we get horrific mosquitoes. Like if it is wet all summer, and all spring, the mosquitoes can be oppressive. We have been so lucky, but not so lucky because it's been really dry the last 3 or 4 years. The mosquitoes haven't been too bad. But when it gets wet, we get like, that's one thing Canada, especially like Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba are known for. It's just like the worst mosquitoes, like absolutely horrific mosquitoes. If it's a mosquito season. Looks like you've got Bricks.
Yeah, I went to get him.
What was he doing?
He was in his cat tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gabby, who's watching on YouTube, says, "Are you planning any trips with the pack for the summer?" Yeah, we are. We're planning to go to the mountains with them, and that includes Bricks. And we got to look at getting a new kayak because our kayak, I think, is done. And the kayak is good because it kind of supports the burner's weights better than the paddleboard. Bernoulli's too big. We tried the paddleboard with him last summer, and he's just too big. Like, he and I can go on it, but we're both enormous people. Yeah.
Okay, so this is new. Bricks eats my hair. So it's a problem. It's a problem. It goes right down his throat. He's doing it right now on live TV here.
Yeah. Owen just says, "Glad I stumbled on Pet Chat. Thanks, guys. Best wishes. Thank you." Is your cough left over from your cold? Yeah, like that's what Chris thinks. That's what Chris thinks. I was coughing really bad last night and then on and off today. It's super annoying. Amy asked, when you say the mountains, where do you mean? Okay, so we live geographically central Alberta, I guess. Would you say we live in central Alberta?
Yes.
South central Alberta, because Alberta's enormous. And just to the west of us is the Rocky Mountains. So they run down through Alberta, British Columbia, Colorado, I think Washington State. Is Washington the westernmost state? I think so. Anyways, we have really rugged mountains with tons, like infinite places you can hike. And there's a couple really nice places that we can go. And with Bunsen being older, and we don't want to like do what is Bricks doing?
He's eating my hair. I told you.
You're crazy. Don't let him eat your hair.
I know. I'm trying not to. He's
going to town on you. Anyways, there's some hikes we can go on with him that he can do, I'm sure. And they're really pretty vistas, and you know, we can go back and come back in a day. Bernoulli, it's okay. Okay, do you want to go? Go. Okay. Poor Chris Bricks is really attacking her hair. Kristen wants to know how much Bricks weighs. How much does Bricks weigh? We don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry about that. We'll have to weigh him soon. Okay. I don't think there's any more questions, Chris.
And no one has come up to speak. Then that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, I think we can probably start doing a wrap up. We've had a busy week, so we don't, unfortunately, we haven't been able to interact with the animals as much as possible. And my content on social media has sadly largely been reruns. So thank you for everybody for your patience on just because I've been exhausted. I kind of need to not be tired to think creatively and think of things to do with the dogs. So when I come home from work and I'm just cooked, it's like 2 hours and I'm ready for bed. I've been actually very tired this week. So, okay. The dogs are going a little wonky. I think what's going on here? Hey, do you want in? Hey, are they with you, Chris? Okay.
They're doing the burner.
Yeah. Okay. Adam and Annalise are coming down tomorrow. We don't know if they're bringing Ginger, but yeah, Janice is asking for more Ginger pictures. we can definitely talk to them about that. All right, I think we'll wrap it up and have a little bit of an earlier show. So thanks for coming, everybody, to Pet Chat. This little show that we do once a week we've been doing on and off for years. It's nice to talk to the community and take everybody's questions. So I think we'll be back next Saturday. There's nothing on the go, is there?
I don't think there's anything on the go.
No, you have something booked for the dogs on Sunday.
I do.
Yeah.
Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Okay, so we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it next week, or maybe we won't talk about it at all.
Maybe it'll be surprise content.
I think it's going to be surprise content. It's heartwarming stuff. Yeah. Okay, we will sign off. Chris, anything else to add?
I would just like to say thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight and sharing in the joy of our dogs and the joy of our cat, and basically the joy of our family that we so generously give to the world. And it is what it is. Our shenanigans are who we are. So thank you for supporting all of it with your nice comments and your likes and your sharing of our stuff. We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Okay, take care, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.